Hey everyone, CVA here bringing you another video, and today we're going to continue our hunt for the Columbine depositions. This is part 2, so if you haven't seen part 1, check out the description, click the link, watch that one first. So I have received word back from the National Archives about 3 or 4 days ago, and we've been going back and forth, and there has been progress made towards the direction of getting as much information possible about the depositions, including their release date. So I want to read to you guys something that the archive specialist sent to me through email. Our earliest court records are only from about 1991 at the moment. We have some transfers lined up for the very near future, but I'm pretty sure those won't make it past 1995. The more recent court records are currently in a different part of our agency, the Federal Records Center. Until the records pass from the FRC to us here in the archives, they are still owned by the creating agency. The creating agency controls access to their records, and requests for them should go through that agency. Archival records can be accessed by anyone at any time, with few exceptions." End quote. But they didn't just leave me at that. They actually still wanted to help me find at least the release date for these. So they asked for as much information I could give them that is publicly known about the depositions. For instance, the case number, the date it took place, the presiding judge, things like that, all I could provide for them. Now, I'm not going to read you guys the 8 or 9 emails that were going through me and the archive specialist, but the conclusion that we both came to was that the ruling happened 2003. Now, it was appealed many times, but that's not going to change the final ruling date. The court ended 2003, April 4. That's when it was over. So anything that happens, anything that affects it, still the start date was April 4th, 2003. Because if you think about it, if it happened 2003 and then they changed the ruling to 20 years in 2007, that right there between 2003 2007, that's 4 years. So technically it wasn't 20 years, it was 24 years. I hope that makes sense to you guys. Now back to what the archive specialist said. He said that they only have records from the earliest 1991. So that means as time goes on, they will get records that is closer to our time frame, like 92, 93, 94, 95, all the way up. So it's going to take a few years for them to get up to 2003 for when the court case happened or when it was finalized. So I'm going to have to probably check in with them every year just to be 100% sure that the actual release date of the Columbine depositions is April 4th of 2023. Because regardless if they have it or not, meaning the archives have the depositions or not, no one can see them. They're still sealed. But I about guarantee you there's going to be a date that they're allowed to unseal them, or that they're coming out of their seal. There's got to be a date, and that's all I really want. That's what this whole hunt is about. I want the date so I can be the first person. Yeah, I'm calling you all out. It's a race. I want to be the first person with the depositions. So what's next for this hunt? The next thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be messaging the Federal Records Center. And I'm simply going to try to find if there's any way they can give me the answer that we're looking for, or the date that they are going to be sending the depositions to the National Archives. Either or, hey, they're both a victory in my eyes. Last thing, guys, before I let you go, is I want to reiterate again why the depositions are so important to anyone that considers himself a Columbine researcher. And that is, this is probably the only testimony we are ever going to hear or see from the Harris family. Do you remember the feeling when Sue Klebold came out with her first interview, and then she immediately had the book come out right after that? That feeling you had, like, oh gosh, it's so exciting, and it's so intriguing, and I'm fascinated by this. I feel the same way about the depositions, and I hope you guys do too. So let's just keep the hunt going. I'll keep you guys notified, everything that happens, every email that I get, any new information I get. We're going to make this a nice long series, the hunt for the depositions. And as always, guys, thank you for the subscription. Thank you for the thumbs up. Take care.